women matter. And we will not be shy about standing up to what matters to us.
Feminism isn't just a fight for women, it's a fight for all people to be equal. I am a feminist because I believe very strongly that someone's gender identity should not limit their opportunities and should not make them any superior or inferior to anyone else. It's unfortunate that in various aspects of feminism, transphobia is still very strong. I have faced some transphobia, but I'm at a point in my life where I can accept myself and love myself for who I am and what I am. And so when someone says, oh, you're a freak show, or you're a pervert, I'm not. Or you're a pedophile, I'm not. I can just go, okay, you're clearly a very deluded person, and I just end the dialogue. Obviously, the problem is those voices do still very much have a platform. As much as they like to argue that they don't, they do.
We are really bothered about what other people around will say. Even our parents raising us, a lot of times you will hear things like, why will you do like something like that? What if somebody sees you? What would they say? And then you find yourself thinking, who are these they that will say something? You do not know. But growing up, a lot of us actually have formed our lives as it is now based on things we did growing up, because we didn't want one person to say this, or didn't want one person to say that, or do that, or feel that. And the one thing I'll tell my younger self is just to be. Whatever stage it is we are going through, we only go through that stage once. And the chances are the people you meet at that stage will be completely different from the people you meet at the next stage.
I discovered that a lot of reasons why the girls were not being educated was because of child labor, child marriage, female genital mutilation. And I also saw the need to address gender discriminatory attitude, gender repressive cultures, a lot of barbaric cultural practices that a lot of Nigerians still believe in, such as over superiority of the male child to the female child. They always believe that the male child is the head, the male child would be more responsible than the female child. So I saw a need to address all of these issues. And being a lawyer, I decided to use my legal knowledge and advocacy skills to represent gender-based violence survivors in courts, survivors of rape, marriage, assault, battery. So basically what we do is that we represent the survivors in courts.
My idea of feminism is equity. Let people have the opportunities to be who they want to be. Let females in particular have the opportunities to decide what they want for themselves, rather than allowing other people to decide for them. I mean, as a man, you get way more choices, way more opportunities just because you're a man. And then once you're a female, people tend to expect certain things from you, certain behaviors, certain things that sometimes don't even make a lot of sense. They don't. So I see feminism as equity, giving people the same opportunities to chase whatever it is that their dreams will be, to have the same opportunity to getting what it is that they want to get.
I don't just see women, I see people that are pissed off at a system of patriarchal oppression and of masculinity being seen as superior to anything else, and people who genuinely want, more than anything else, for gender equality to be a thing.
So women's rights are human rights. So when you're depriving a woman of her rights, you're depriving her of her humanity.
We still find ourselves in situations where, for some strange reason, probably because of culture or environment or even religion, but for some strange reason, we still find ourselves in situations where women are not allowed to reach their full potential.
It's still the societal idea, really, really strong, scarily strong societal idea that a woman needs to be married by 30 and have kids in her 30s, and that she needs to settle down and be a domestic housewife for her husband and kids. And I'm like, that is still an expectation of women. It's a taboo still for a woman to go, I don't want to be married, I don't want to have kids, I just want to live my own free, independent life. It's an expectation. And I'm like, until we can really, really stop judging people, not just women, just people in general with their life decisions, and especially women, when they choose to be independent and not engage in that domestic culture that, even though we say we've moved away from, is very much still a dominant expectation. No, we can't really say that we've entered a new era of gender equality. I think history will remember right now as being in the same era as the 60s.
If a female is concrete, like if she insists on doing what she wants to do, she is termed as aggressive or desperate or an overdoer, or she's basically looked at with this kind of eye, as in just look down on generally.
When we educate girls, we educate a nation. There are few girls that are not educated. In fact, a lot of them will even have the basic form of education, like primary school. The education of the girl child, I believe, is even the tenet of feminism. How? When we educate girls about their rights, we are letting them know, we are providing a form of awareness of who they are, their rights, and the privileges entitled to them by laws.
There's been progression, let's acknowledge that. We have a lot more women in the workplace. Divorce is now legal. Abortion is legal. Women can have their own bank account now. Let's acknowledge that since the 70s.
I see a kind of increase in girls' child education in Nigeria. Educating girls and young ladies in getting education, in living the life of their dreams and fulfilling their potentials.
Feminism just started, and it's only going to get bigger. It cannot be outdated. Society starts from one person. It starts with one person connecting to another person, who then connects to someone else. But no, we are in a society that simply because of your gender places consequences that are manufactured. By the way, they are man-made. It's not like it's a natural something like global warming or something. No, these are consequences that have been man-made by other people, and then they are being forced on you. No, we don't want that anymore. We don't want that anymore. And that is why this is something that will continue to grow. It's something that should continue to grow if we are hoping to have better societies in the nearest future.
When we speak of feminism, feminism is not a bad concept. Feminism is not a bad theory. People shouldn't discourage feminists. Don't tell people that don't be a feminist. People should just all have a open mind and receptive mind to understand what that theory is and what it seeks to promote and its achievements over the years. And the achievements of feminism is large. And that's even part of what we are enjoying, that we can organize a video like this without necessarily having to seek the permission and authority of a man.
The fight for gender equality is far, far, far from over. People who say that it's not, that we're there and that we have gender equality are privileged and are not aware of that privilege and are just being idiots and are showing how sheltered they've been. Not in a society where women are told that they need to be a certain body size to be valid, that they can't go out and have a job because they need to be a mother. Gender equality, it's not just for women, it's for everyone. And let's face it, there are certain stereotypes that are derogatory to men as well, that are encouraging toxic masculinity that are making them feel that they can't talk about their emotions or have a moment of weakness or just need a hug sometimes. And feminism is fighting for them to have that right as well. And it's fighting for non-binary people to just be able to live and be valid and be able to just exist as themselves. And until we can see that gender equality, the fight that feminism is fighting is far from over.